Marriott's organizational culture fits into its business level differentiation strategy. As an international company, they seek customers in general through the unique quality service they provide and the wide variety of hotel options to gain their competitive advantage. It is evident that Marriott's ethical standards have become ingrained throughout every aspect of the organizational structure and strengthen Marriott's core competencies. With a clear founding philosophy of take care of the associates and they will take care of the customer, Marriott's main core competencies are reinforced in the value that it places in its most valuable asset, its personnel. Marriott lists its core values as putting people first, pursuing excellence, embracing change, acting with integrity, and serving our world. Certainly, Marriott holds a competitive advantage with a diversified workforce and ethical business practices, but Marriott's main core competency is its unique business culture that nourishes these attributes. Marriott possesses a number of key resources and capabilities that make it a successful industry leader. One example is Marriott's impressive franchising model, with 55% of Marriott's portfolio being franchise holdings, another 42% under managed agreements, while 2% are owned or leased properties, leaving the remaining 1% as joint venture projects. This aggressive model not only allows for a prime growth strategy, but also plays a significant role in protecting Marriott from direct financial risk. Market diversification is also one of the company's strengths. Marriott's multi-brand strategy incorporates everything from economic to luxury brands, allowing them the competitive advantage of multiple target market levels while managing risk, such as fluctuations in demand due to economic factors. With a multi-brand strategy, Marriott is able to provide a price point for any customer, which adds strength to a brand value that can reach every level, making them one of the top companies within the lodging industry. As Marriott continues its outreach into developing markets, it needs to be cognizant of the fact that excessive global expansion can lead to a diluted brand, resulting in loss of unrealized revenue streams and overall global market share. Also, technology and information will be an ongoing weakness that every company will be constantly addressing as technology evolves. Marriott will need to be prepared to readily upgrade its systems more regularly in order to maintain a competitive advantage in the future. Analysis of Marriott International's financial statements for the past 9 years demonstrates its ability to operate effectively, having produced positive operating and net income results in all but 1 year. The key to Marriott's success then lies not in analyzing the past, but rather in looking to the future, which leads to the question, how does Marriott sustain growth and maintain their leadership position in the hotel industry? The next generation of business and leisure travelers, referred to as the Millennials or Generation Y, will outnumber non-millennials 78 to 56 million and make up 50% of business travelers in the near future. It is critical that Marriott focus their expansion on capturing this demographic now, or risk losing their place as one of the lodging industry's leaders. Generation Y travelers are looking for something extra in a hotel. They need more than just a big boring box hotel to share on social media with their friends. They want a unique experience. The following are 3 recommendations on how Marriott can adapt to capture the attention of this changing demographic. Generation Y relies heavily on mobile technology. In 2013, 7% of hotel bookings were generated from mobile and tablet devices. In 2014, that number is estimated to become 20% and generate $26 billion. With increasing reliance on mobile and tablet technology, Marriott will need to improve its mobile application, which, according to user reviews, is outdated and a huge source of frustration. Currently, it scores only 2.5 out of 5 rating through iTunes App Service website, well below its top competitors. These inadequacies with Marriott's mobile application results in negative feedback and could cause customers seeking user-friendly applications to seek other competing hotels. We recommend that Marriott either bring in a third-party software developer to update the mobile app or redirect the current development team with an emphasis on responding quickly to negative customer reviews and other related technology issues. The increase in Generation Y travelers, is changing the trend in the hotel industry. There is more demand for an affordable hotel that has its own unique personality with a stylish design, one that offers more public spaces, is committed to the environment, and is modernized with the latest in technology and communication. The best option to meet these demands is the boutique hotel concept. However, Marriott's current boutique properties only make up less than 9% of its portfolio and is only offered as a higher tier pricing option. With competitors like Starwood's Aloft Hotel dominating the mid-tier price boutique market, Marriott runs the risk of losing out on its future travelers to these competitors. To attract the next generation travelers looking for a local, individual hotel experience at an affordable rate, our recommendation for Marriott is to introduce the new economy tier boutique brand Moxy to the US market. Moxy, described as a design-led, lifestyle budget hotel developed around the needs of Generation Y travelers, is currently only available in Europe, but has immense potential to satisfy the growing demand for a lifestyle hotel in the US without losing significant occupancy percentage by competing with other Marriott brands. While both of the recommendations just discussed are vitally important to Marriott's future success, we have chosen recommendation 3, integrating the Marriott loyalty program to enhance guest stays, as the best recommendation for the company to implement first. The benefits of this recommendation are: it reduces check-in and check-out lines. The millennials are a want-it-now generation. They're not interested in standing in lines to check in and out. Having to do so takes away from the satisfaction level of their stay. Multifunction kiosks in the lobbies of all properties. Guests scan their loyalty card and have immediate access to their current reservation. Returning guests are welcomed back and reminded which room they stayed in on their previous visit. If that room is available, they're given the choice to stay in that room again. If not, a list of rooms with similar amenities that fit the guest's profile are recommended. For first-time guests, a list of amenities available will allow them to choose a room that fits their personal needs, thus giving them the feeling of customization to their stay. After choosing the room, the key automatically loads to their loyalty card, and they simply swipe it at the room door for entrance. Use of this technology could even set the thermostat at check-in. The opportunity to store and share feedback through their rewards account digital profile will allow loyal customers to recall previous stays and remember the features they most enjoyed about the property and experience, and even store pictures. Marriott would be able to resolve any concerns instantaneously and provide wow moments before guests post their displeasure on other social media or travel feedback sites. In order to implement this recommendation, the following will be necessary. The first step requires the technology team to build the software application that will integrate the loyalty program software with Marriott's operating system. The implementation of this team will require 6 software engineers working 10 hours a day, 5 days a week for a period of 6 months to complete this task. This will be followed by immersive training supervised by this team for an additional 90 days. This process will be overseen by Bruce Hoffmeister, Global Chief Information Officer, and will have a first-year budget of $1.2 million with a start date of August 1st, 2014. Beginning in March of 2015, the IT department will oversee the upkeep and updating of this software. The process will include analysis, design, coding, testing, and documentation. The rollout to all members must only happen after sufficient testing and should operate at a 0.5% error ratio, with the goal of 0.1% after 6 additional months. The expansion budget will be used to fund this project because future expansion is largely dependent on Marriott's ability to meet the needs of the next generation of lodging customers. Failure to implement this change quickly will cause Marriott to fall behind the competition and damage their reputation as a leader of innovation in the industry. The implementation and operation of the 24/7 feedback monitoring team should play directly into Marriott's strengths. Having a team of high caliber empowered service heroes working around the clock monitoring all posts made by loyalty program members will allow Marriott to respond to unsatisfactory guest experiences in real time. Because experiences can happen 24 hours a day, the initial team will consist of 4 service heroes on each of 3 shifts. The first year costs will also be paid from the expansion budget. Each 90 days, the volume of work will be evaluated and the staff will be adjusted as needed. The first year allocated budget, to include initial training, will be $1.5 million. This figure will cover management, hiring, training, payroll, benefits, and equipment. Beginning in 2016, this department will be budgeted as its own entity. The initial expectation will be responses to guest postings in a time frame that does not exceed 15 minutes, with the ultimate goal being real-time responses within 6 months of launch. This rollout will be overseen by Kathleen Matthews, Marriott's Executive Vice President, Chief Global Communications and Public Affairs Officer. Once up and running, the department will fall under the responsibility of the Marriott Rewards team. Creating the wow moment. It is essential that members of this team have special training and authority to not just satisfy guests, but to undo any negative experience they've had by providing a wow moment. When a negative experience happens, a guest will usually mention it to friends and coworkers. Simply responding to a guest with a free drink or breakfast returns the experience to 0, the starting point of the stay. The goal of this team should be to respond in a way that makes the guest talk about how Marriott responded, rather than the negative experience. Only when a customer receives the unexpected, undeserved, and unrequired will they truly talk about you and refer you to their sphere of influence. Finally, in order to ensure that wow moments are understood by all employees at the property level, employees will attend rollout meetings to explain the purpose of the program and the existence and authority of the wow team. All employees need to reinforce the decisions made by the wow team at all times. Acknowledgement of a negative moment experienced by their guests gives the hotel team the opportunity to further apologize and can go a long way toward bringing the guest back to that particular property, which should be the goal of the hotel team.